So here's a drifting event for you. This is at the St. Louis Auto Show. I arrived a little late, so there are people ahead of me. Apparently this is one of the drivers here. There are several drivers, but one of the drivers is fairly well known apparently. They were highly publicizing his name. These are talented guys. I have to be honest, drifting is really not my thing. I don't see the point in doing this. Now, yeah, I go have some fun in the snow or, sometimes the mud. But the idea of doing this particular activity is not to my taste. But, it's something to experience. So for those who have not experienced this, here you are. There are several drivers. They're driving Mustangs. No, I would not want these cars. I did have to mute the audio because there was music being played and I didn't want to get a copyright infringement notice. Obviously everyone else has the same idea as I had of videoing this activity, or maybe I had the same ideas as they had, depending on your point of view. There were several drifting sessions, and by the way, this smoke, you can see the people waving their hands to get the scent out of their nose. I mean, it is extremely potent. There's little bits of rubber in there. I mean, this is not stuff you want to breathe if you can help it. The drivers take turns. When each driver finishes, they pull up behind the others, and the guy at the headline comes out and does his thing. Now you'll hear sometimes that they're hitting the rev limiter. I'm like, really? They're just flooring it and let their car just slide around. Now I don't want to diminish their skill at this. It takes some skill to go out and do these things and not hit either the barriers, the barrel, or heaven forbid, people. The cars are just flying all over the place. They are in control. I mean, there are little incidents sometimes, but I didn't see them hit anything while I was watching. Yes, even being a spectator can be dangerous for this type of an activity. Apparently, as people do this professionally and have sponsors, I can't imagine either thing. I do not know how long they continued doing this. My interest started off at 0 and just went down from there. But as I said, if you have not seen something like this, it's an experience. You can't really state much of an opinion on it until you've seen it. I will say it's a lot more fun when you're the one inside the car than watching it, but even then, I really have no interest in doing this either. Like I said, the mud and snow maybe a little bit. You can see sometimes he just rides the barrier on the side, just sliding right down there. I certainly wouldn't want the sides any closer together than this. Now, as this continues, they up the ante a little bit, make it a little more interesting. Now, I hope I don't have to mention this, but don't go just using your production car to try this at home. These cars are specifically set up for this. Even the tires are specific to this activity. You wouldn't go just drive these cars on the street. It'd be horrible. And yes, they basically just blocked off a section of street for this. The whole auto show event is well, a lot of downtown, you just can't drive anyway. There's road destruction and various things, but then, various events, they block off sections of the streets for things like this, or whatever happens to be going on. All right, I told you they upped the ante. Here you go. 2 at once. And this, I cannot emphasize enough how much talent it takes to do this without having an incident. And you can see there were some small adjustments that had to be made so that they did not have an incident. It didn't go 100% smoothly. That is pretty incredible. So, anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And enjoy the smoke without breathing it. Have a great day.